Hey guys, this is Scott with Abby Services. I'm just going to show you real quick how we need caregivers, or how Betty Knox needs you to clock in and out and document care for her to get paid. That's a picture of my son up there, but let me go ahead and get Ally opened up here. Now, of course, you're going to use your username, but I'm going to use mine here. CHAN, and then my password. All right, so if you don't see the proceed button, I'm going to press return at the bottom of my what the heck? Let me start over. Strachan. Okay, I'm busy talking. BBY 1 2 3 4. Okay, log in. All right, so now we're logged in. So as you know, you can select clock in now at the top of the screen, but it's not going to know what client you're clocking in for, so that's a problem. So if you select clock in now, it's going to ask you, I want to always allow Ally to see where I'm at. It's going to ask me, Betty Knox is the only client I have under my profile, but it's going to put all your clients. If you clock in this way, you have to select the right client. But what I'm going to suggest you do is you go to your upcoming shifts so you know you're clocking in for the right shift. Now, if you look at the top of my screen, you'll see it's 2:40. I was supposed to have clocked in at 7 a.m. That's a problem. If I only clock in right now, but I've been there since 7 a.m., I'm not going to get paid for the time that I've been there, and my client's not going to get paid. So what you as a caregiver need to do is make sure you document the proper time so that you bill your client properly and you get paid properly, right? So I'm going to click on the schedule here. We're going to view it. I'm going to select clock in now. We can fix this as we clock out. And as caregivers, that's what you need to do. It's going to check your location. Now, some caregivers will clock in while they're driving to work. That's a problem. You're going to see it. Your client's going to see it. The places that are paying the bills are going to see it. And they're going to say, why was this caregiver clocking in from the Target on McGregor when they should have been at their client's house? So don't clock in if you're not at your client's house, right? So yes, we're going to say that this location is correct. Now, as you're aware, your timer starts running, and that's what you're getting paid for. But here's the problem. I was there at 7 a.m., not 2:41. Don't worry about it. When you go to clock out, we're going to say I was there for the full 12 hours, and it's 7 p.m. now, and I'm going to say start clock out. Is this location correct? Yes. Now, it may not let me change it to a time in the future, but I'm going to try, right? So at the top of your screen, if you read this, it says to edit your shift, please click on the edit icon and provide a reason. So the edit icon is this little pencil right here with the paper. I'm going to click on that. My start time wasn't at 2:41. I'm going to change it to 7 a.m. So if you clocked in 15 minutes early, you want to change it because your client doesn't want to pay for 15 extra minutes while you were sitting out in your car. If you clocked in 15 minutes late and you were talking to the client or a family member, you can go ahead and fix it. But I would recommend adjusting it only to what the client requested. You know, you don't want to use this as a way to bill your client extra because you decided to show up early, right? And it's 7 a.m. So continue. So as you see, it changed my clock in time to 7 a.m. I'm going to try to change my clock out time to 7 p.m., but I don't know if it'll let me do it in the future or not. I'm just saying. It might have to be after the fact when you clock out. Continue. Oh, okay, it let me. Now, I change my times, but if you read at the top, it says to edit your shift, select, change it, and provide a reason. If you don't provide a reason, you're not going to be able to clock out. So basically, there's a bunch of options. Just pick whichever one is closest to you. You don't need to, we're not picking it apart. I failed to clock in on time. Boom, done. Activities performed. This is a big one right here. All these ones at the top that say recommended are what your client requested. So Miss Knox wants assistance with showering or bathing. You know, you're probably not going to do both. She wants assistance with dressing, with mouth care, with hair care, with incontinence care. Do your best to provide these services and check each one of these off, because if you don't, the insurance may not pay, and it's going to become a problem for you because you want to get paid, right? So these are the things that a client requests and typically receives. So, you know, I'm just going to say, yeah, I did everything. But maybe, who knows, maybe she has a big hairy beard and she needs help getting shaved up, right? Or she needs to go to Target. You took her to Target. Transportation. We don't want to do wound care. Our software developer needs to take that out. Recorded mileage. Say you did go to Target. Now, this is only if a client requests you to use your vehicle. Document the mileage. Say Target was 4 miles away. Clients pay $1 per mile. Any other expenses, that's largely for bridge tolls if you go over to Sanibel. Don't worry about the questions. We don't really utilize that. Signatures. Now, you may notice it says required, real big in red. Required means it's required. You have to do it. So for client signature, we're going to tap here. You can ask your client to sign it. If they can't, you can put something there. Put NA for not applicable, can't, whatever, right? Select done. Caregiver signature. This is for you. I'm going to go ahead and put my pretty little signature there. That's what it looks like. And there. Now, it shows you who worked the last shift, if you need to call them, if you have any questions. It shows you the caregiver working the next shift. So if they're running late, you could be like, hey, where are you? All right? So then you select clock out. Error. Your shift cannot end after the current time. I would suspected that. So we're going to go ahead and change this to, let's see here, it's 2:45. So basically, hopefully, when you're clocking out, it's, when you're supposed to clock out, and it's not going to be a future time. We'll switch it to 2:45, and it should let me clock out. Not in the future. All right. Well, it's still, we'll say 2:44, because it's 2:45 now. So we just missed it on the internal clock there. Clock out. Perfect. Now you're not clocked out until it says, congratulations, you've completed the shift for this time frame. Make sure that looks correct, because that's what your client is going to get billed and what you're going to get paid for. And if you didn't work 7.74 hours and you call us up a week after the fact and say, hey, I was supposed to get paid for 12, it's your fault. Make sure you fix your time. All right. That is it. I just want to make sure that y'all get paid correctly. Thank you.